Beautiful Sunday morning. I am at the Lowe's again. I am here way too often, you guys. But it's spring. And this plant-loving girl is a little bit sidetracked. I can't even go straight to the boxes. That's what I have to buy today. I'm packing, strategically packing. I have to get wardrobe boxes. But first I have to look at plants, even though I know full well I cannot fit one more orchid in my collection. Oh, but if I could, that would come home with me right now. Oh, my Lanta, look at them all. It is orchid bloom season. My favorite. Oh, man. I could just live in a greenhouse. I've said it before. Anytime I've gone to a big botanical garden, I walk in those giant conservatory-style greenhouses, and I feel like I'm home. I could just set up a hammock in the corner. Happy as can be. It's humid. My hair's a wreck, but it's warm. Feels good on the skin. It's like being in Hawaii. And just like every time I'm in this dang store, I end up in the flooring section trying to find something that makes me happy. This is kind of in line with my windows taste. I look at the pictures and I'm happy, and then I touch it and I don't like it. I just want real wood. I don't even want to do the math. Don't even want to do the math. But I'm gonna have to. Clearly this is an issue for me. Ooh, that's nice. I can do that math. Just gonna take a little sample of that home. Give Mr. Larsen a heart attack. He won't be surprised at all. But I just can't. I don't even know. I'm trying. I do my best. It's a problem. It'll be interesting to see what I end up doing, because I feel like this is my budget. $279 a square foot or $609 a square foot makes a bit of a difference. Gonna probably be an issue. This sucks. Really need to win the lottery. Some sort of... Oh. I might be able to do this. Oh, of course I picked the one that's not $279. Dang me. I'm so consistent. I'm like this clothes shopping too. It's a horrible affliction that I have. We're not even looking at those. I know by the prices I won't like them. And the flooring section is right next to the tile section. Once again. Oh, geez, you guys, I think I have more champagne taste choices or tastes than I want to admit. This is going to be hard. I mean, travertine? Yes, please. Carrera? Yes, please. Ceramic? Meh. We'll see. Glass. Could do some glass. I don't even know what I'm tiling yet. Probably a shower. I dream of travertine. Yeah. Just gonna have to find myself a really good sale. And back to the box section after finding a lovely cowboy Lowe's employee who came over here and helped me discover that I looked right past the wardrobe boxes the first time. Here we are. Gaze upon the beauty of our new closet for the next, let's hope, just 10 months and not 2 years. So if you ever see me show up to something and I look a hot mess, you're gonna know why. And we're walking away from the door and window section. There was nothing there of interest. I'm fleeing the scene. Not happy. Checking out of this place to go pack. Peace. Well, good morning. Happy weekend. This girl is happy that it's the weekend. Just came off of being on call for a week. Not my favorite. Not my favorite at all. Pretty tired. Pretty cranky. But that's okay, because here we go. It is April 30th, Saturday. I think for the weekend. Dublin, you want to say hi to everybody? Hey, hello. Oh gosh, yeah, isn't he a joy? I don't know what we're doing. We're moving some stuff into a shop. We're doing yard work at the house we're getting ready to sell. Dump run. Oh, we got house plans. Oh my gosh, we met with our architect this week. So we squared a whole bunch of things away. I'll put some pictures in this video so you guys can see where we're at. But now he's taken it to the construction plan level, I think, which means we're really close. Once we finalize those, we just have to get him, oh, that's right, that's on the list this weekend. We have to get him the elevation of the land, so I get to hold the transom stick so we can figure out how much it slopes, and that helps him with the construction plans and engineering and all of that. And once those are done, he can file for a permit, and he's being told, cringe, that it's an 8-week turnaround for permitting. He says it's hard to believe, so I'm hoping that's just really super conservative and they're just telling people that to prepare them, but that puts us at the end of June. No, I mean, honestly, probably middle of July. The height of construction season, which is awesome. Exactly what I didn't want, but here we go. I should have known. It's like Murphy's Law. And he did say that once he files the permits, he lines up all the subs on a schedule so they can be pretty ready to go to excavate and pour and frame and all of that jazz. We still have no idea what the cost is going to be. It's like going to Vegas with question mark amount of money in your wallet. No idea. Just gonna go out and gamble. No, I kind of have a little bit of an idea, but I'm type A in a lot of ways, and I really want to know down to the, oh my gosh, $10,000 mark at least. We still haven't moved into the shop because the door on the big end, that 20-foot wide opening, has been a little bit of a fiasco. Oh, 2 different types of doors, no go. The air hanger door installation was going to be a pain, I believe, was the big roadblock. A roll up cost, I think, but Ryan found a different type of door called a fin door. Plug in them, maybe they'll sponsor us. Spread the word. It's like an accordion style door. I'll try and put that picture on here too. I hope I don't get in trouble for that. Anyway, it's really cool. It should be here the middle of May, and then we'll be able to like actually secure all of our belongings inside the shop and move forward. So all that said, we're kind of focusing on getting the outside of this house ready to go for selling. I did not want to sell in this season because now I have to go out and deal with all the weeds. That is so real. We are on almost an acre, you guys. I wanted this house on the market in April, so anybody walking through saw the Bag End version. That's where the hobbits live. It's all beautiful and nice and spring-like. Instead, all the weeds are popping up, so I have to get out there and do my yearly maintenance, which I really wanted to be able to skip this year. Gage has been a huge help, motivated by money, of course, but aren't we all? Don't we train our kids to be too? But he's still being a good kid. He pruned all of my roses professionally, like did his research on the correct way to do it, and I can guarantee you did a better job than even I ever do. And also all of our shrubs, which is a lot. So he worked his little tail end off, and then we got all the leaves cleaned up from trees that aren't ours. They blown over the winter. That's super awesome. Yeah, that's where we're at. The apartment's like pretty much ready to go. I think they're just finalizing the electrical permitting, I believe. So we have water, we have functioning power that just needs to be permitted and hooked up to the city source instead of what we've been testing it with. I'll just leave it at that. Once those construction plans are done, the architect said that he'll come and, what does he call it? He's basically going to stake out, rough stake the footprint of the house, which is what I'm super excited for. But I'm also terrified, you guys, because I really don't have great spatial awareness or mechanical abilities. Now, architect complimented me on my drawings that I gave to him for our house plans, which is good because I spent, I'm not even kidding you, 20 hours because that's how hard it was for me, like to look up how much space you need for everything and what's the average size of different rooms, and walking around this house and measuring rooms, because I know I want a laundry room bigger than what we have now. I know I want our master bathroom bigger than what we have now, but I don't know how big. I don't know how big is too big. I don't know how big is not big enough. I measured the kitchen also. That was a really big deal to me. I want a pretty decent sized kitchen because I like to cook with Ryan, especially. And the kids are going to be gone in a few years, so we need to be able to move around the kitchen without wanting to stab each other. That's pretty important. And I love cooking with my sisters and my mom. My niece gets involved too, and I have another little niece coming up, and Gage and I cook together a lot, and Anthony really likes to help in the kitchen. So I don't know, there's always somebody in the kitchen, but the kitchen we have now is so tiny that it really is hard to move around in if you've got anyone else in there with you. So that was really important. I measured that out pretty specifically, but then you have to figure out like how much space you want for your appliances, where they're going to fit. What's the most appropriate work triangle? Do y'all know about the work triangle? It's like, how efficient are you going to be in your kitchen? Which pretty much means I think I'm going to end up with a little prep sink in my island, which is pretty cool. Otherwise, my work triangle is a little too big, I think. I'm not sure. We'll see. But all these details, like what kind of windows, what size, size of doors, what height. Do you want 36-inch doors? Yes. How wide do you want your hallways? So many details. Sliding glass doors. We want a double slider off of one of our living or dining room areas. Can we afford it? We can. That's the good news. We found a really great one. But getting it into the design. Can I put a pocket door in the master bathroom? Probably not the best idea because it's going to be on the same wall that I will be tiling for my drop-in tub. And the architect, who's also our GC, is like, I've never put a pocket door on a tile wall. And I stopped him right there. I said, Brian, I don't like things that are unpredictable. So scratch the idea. Nope, not a good idea. If you've never done it and you're not confident, we're not doing it. Because I don't want to retile that stupid tub in 5 years. I'm not about that. Like, I want to do it once and I want it to last for a really super long time. What else have we had going on? Oh, okay, so here's the delay in my video. I think it's been 5 weeks. Yeah, since I talked to everybody. I went to Aspen. That was awesome. Got to see Annie and some other friends. Super cool. It was stressful. It was a lot of work. I mean, it was work over my weekend, but made it work. Got home, got back in the game, but then got word that my grandpa was not well, and he hasn't been well for several months, but he was really not well. So traveled home for a weekend to spend his last days with him. Spent a day with him, which was awesome. He wasn't really able to talk much because he had a BiPAP or a CPAP on. I don't remember. He oxygen alternating between the two, and was pretty not sedated, but down with some morphine to keep him comfortable. He had pneumonia, and his heart did not like that. Anyway, he knew I was there. We got to hold hands. He squeezed my hand a lot. I got to tell him I love him. I don't even know how many times. I did not cry because he was a happy man, and I just felt like it should be happy. I love you. So we kept it that way, and he was able to tell me he loved me back. I'm pretty sure that's what he was saying. Very confident, actually, but it was hard at first to tell because he did not have his dentures in, which made me giggle. He had the best sense of humor, and it still came through, even though we couldn't really talk a lot. But man, just having him squeeze my hand every time I held his, I'm happy to say that I got there in time, and he did end up passing, I believe that Monday or Tuesday. So great that we made it down there to say goodbye. And that was a little bit of a setback, kind of took the wind out of my sails for a week or two. Learned that same week that my grandma on my other side of the family, my dad's side, is also very sick. She's in congestive heart failure. She's got a valve that's pretty failed. So we kind of plugged along up here for a weekend. Maybe it was 2, because we had Gage's birthday thrown in there, and Ryan's birthday, and Easter. And then I got the call that you really need to come home and visit Grandma too. It's not good. So went home to spend some time with Grandma. That was phenomenal. Got to share some great memories, got to smile and hold hands, and she actually is still kicking. She's one foot in front of the other. I don't know. Anybody who knows my grandma knows that she's pretty vocal about being okay with going home to see Jesus, and made it very clear to me that she wasn't sure where she'd be in the morning when I was there. I might be in heaven, she said, and she's cute as can be about it. Like, you can't be sad for her, but it's hard to see an era go, and it's hard to see your foundations physically pass out of this world, but it's really brought to the forefront the importance of talking about history, which has always been really important in my family anyway, but just sharing it with our kids and keeping it alive through our lifestyle. And I could go on and on and on about this, guys. There's obviously been a lot going on in my mind, but it's probably not the best forum for it here. It's just an explanation of our little setbacks over the last month. We're just gonna make it work, and I'll go back and forth to Pomeroy and work from my sister's house during the day and visit with my grandma in the evenings to keep the weekends clear so we can still move forward with a move, which hopefully will be, oh my gosh, end of May. No, it's not going to be the end of May. That's Memorial Day, and we're going camping. Like, that is an annual tradition. That is happening. That's the one thing. No, there's 2 things. Memorial and Labor Day. I know for sure I can get Ryan to not work for those 2 holidays, because we spend time with friends and family in the Blue Mountains down by Pomeroy for Memorial Day, and then for Labor Day we usually go to Lake Roosevelt and spend time with the Kaufmans and the family and friends in Wilbur, which is awesome. So we have those 2 big events every year. So we're not moving Memorial Weekend. That's ridiculous. Maybe the 1st of June. You know, what's the rush at this point? We're already going to be 2 months behind because of a door, which really I mean, if you go back, it all stems from the fact that last summer when we had to clear the land to start building the shop, which was a really major undertaking, it was so hot. We had so many days in the upper 90s and hundreds that it really wasn't safe to work outside. Like, you'd be done by 11 because it was so hot. So that kind of set us back, and that really flowed into the fall. And Ryan's business is so busy. You know, you do your best, but we just didn't get that floor poured before it was too frozen, and had to wait until it got unfrozen, which seemed like it took forever this year. But it was probably just because that's the one thing we were waiting on. And everything was waiting on that floor. Everything. So here we go. That's where we're at. Moving on, moving forward, missing Grandpa. Probably gonna have to put up some sort of like memorial to him in the shop, because that's totally Grandpa Dean style right there. Like, and we shared a lot about the shop with him when we were home visiting him around the holidays, and he got a big kick out of seeing the pictures. And I'm that kind of outdoor living is part of the roots that he gave us. So I got something in mind. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but there will be a dedication of some sort. So enjoy the pictures that we've got. I don't even remember what they are. There's probably a lot about a shop floor in there. And we'll see you in a couple weeks.